The contrapositive means that we negate, so using negative again, negate the hypothesis and the conclusion, kind of like we did in the inverse, but this time we're doing it of the converse. So what does that mean for what the order looks like? It's flipped and negated. So negated, not, the Q will come first, then the P. So think to yourself for contrapositive, it's the longest word that we've seen so far today. Flip and negate. Do everything you can to it. Flip it and negate it. Now remember that the contrapositive is equivalent to the conditional. And that's the law of the contrapositive, that it's the same truth value as the conditional statement. If the conditional statement is true, the converse is also true. Let's look at an example. Translate the statement into symbolic form, then write the converse and the contrapositive of the conditional statement. If you visited Sterling, then you were in Virginia. The part that's the hypothesis after the if, let's assign that letter N. You were in Virginia, coming after the then, let's assign that letter R. So we will say N, then R. If I write the converse, remember that switches the order. R, arrow, N, flip it around. The contrapositive, long word, starts with a C, so I do the C word first, flipping it around, starting with the R, but making it negative. Negative R, then negative N, or not R, then not N. So let's write the converse. Remember the if and the then stay in those places, if, then, but the words get changed around. R was what we ended with. You were in Virginia. So if you were in Virginia, then, now I use the N, you visited Sterling. The contrapositive takes exactly the order of the converse but negates it. So again, I'm beginning with if and later using then, but I'm negating this. You were in Virginia, you were not in Virginia. Then you did not, remember negating, visit Sterling. Let's take a moment to talk about the truth values of these statements. First of all, this conditional statement, if you visited Sterling, then you were in Virginia. If we're talking about the town Sterling that's in Virginia, that is a true statement. This is true. You can't visit the town of Sterling that's in Virginia and not be in Virginia. The converse, if you were in Virginia, then you visited Sterling. Well, there's a lot of other towns in Virginia, so you didn't have to visit Sterling. Finally, the contrapositive, if you were not in Virginia, so you did not enter the state, then you did not visit Sterling. Absolutely true, because how can you visit Sterling if you were not in Virginia? Notice that the contrapositive has the same truth value as the conditional, even though the converse did not.